Typically in the early season, I don't spend much time rattling. I work the grunt call a lot more than what I do with the rattling antlers. As the season progresses and we get into the second and the third week of November, I'll start to break out the antlers and start to use them a little bit more. The main reason for this is because a lot of times for us, we're hunting some smaller properties here in the Midwest, and we don't want to over-educate deer with the antlers. We want to make sure we save that till prime time. So prime time, for the most part, in almost every year, year after year, is that last week of October into the first week of November. That's when your antlers are the most effective at bringing in deer of any age class really whatsoever. Once you get into the prime part of the rut, antlers tend to kind of lose their effectiveness a little bit once that chase starts to begin. So around that November 7th to 10th period here in the Midwest, when it's the hottest, our antlers really don't seem to be as effective as what they are as in the coming week. Now, once those does the majority of the does are bred and the older bucks start to move from timber to timber and they start to travel wider range areas in search for does, rattling becomes extremely effective again. And some of the biggest deer I've killed have been going into those last couple weeks in November, and nearly all of them have been killed over black racks just like these. Now, once the guns start going off in your area, for the most part, your antlers become ineffective for a short time period. And that's mainly just because of the pressure that's going on during gun seasons. Of course, if you are hunting large tracts where you don't have a ton of gun pressure, you don't have large groups of shotgunners or rifle guys who are doing drives, for the most part, your antlers will stay effective. Once you get into the late seasons, and I'm talking the seasons that go into late December and January, antlers can still be effective, and they seem to be most effective on mature deer. Typically, I'm going to go back to more pushing around with the antlers than what I am an all-out brawl with the antlers. And we have had lots of deer that we've killed in the late season, or several deer we've killed in the late season of real upper age class structure. But the younger deer tend to not really pay much attention to it. They're more concerned with food and replenishing their nutrients into their body. So they become a little bit less effective, but they can be effective, and there's certainly something that I carry in my pack all season long.